that are coming to Microsoft Dynamics GP. My name is Eric Sheehan with OTT, and here's my contact information for you. You can reach us through our website. You can email me directly or reach me on my office phone or my cell phone. So any questions that you may have today, you can reach out directly. We will also have an opportunity to take some questions towards the end of the webinar today. So a bit of information about this webinar. We are recording this, and it will be available on our website in a couple of days. So if you want to share with anyone else or go back and look at pieces of it, you certainly will be able to do that. All of the phone lines will be muted during our presentation today. If time allows, at the end we will take a few questions. With your toolbar for the GoToWebinar meeting, if that toolbar is on the right-hand side of your screen, in the lower right, there will be a questions area. You can go ahead and click on the questions and submit a question there. I will repeat the question to the group so that everyone on the line can hear what the question is, and then provide an answer to the best of my ability. And then again, at the end of the webinar, I'll put my contact information back up on the last slide and leave that up during the Q&A session so that you have that available to reach out to me, you know, after today's webinar at some point with any additional questions that you may have. So the agenda for this morning, we are going to talk about the roadmap for Microsoft Dynamics GP, which has been presented to us from Microsoft directly. We're going to go through some announcements that are based off of a Q&A document with Microsoft and partners about the future direction of Dynamics GP. We're going to talk about some new technology, which is Intelligent Cloud Insights. And then we will touch on some cloud ERP solutions for people looking to move away from an on-premise solution to a cloud-based solution. We're going to talk about Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. We will talk about NetSuite, and then, as I said earlier, wrap up with any Q&A, and then my contact information. So here's the roadmap for Microsoft Dynamics GP. We're showing here from 2016 through current and into 2020 plus. As you look underneath each of the releases, you can see what Microsoft has put into the past releases pre-GP 2018 R2, where they've listed out the focus areas for development and improvement of the product. Current version right now in market is GP 2018 R2, and you can see what they focused on with that release. The Intelligent Cloud Insights, which we'll cover a little bit later in this webinar, enhancements in the financial area, purchasing area, sales area, and then additional top features that have been requested by customers and partners. So as we look into 2019, what we have listed here is GP Next. We do know now that GP Next is going to be GP 2018 R3, and we expect that to release early fall this year. They're going to continue developing the product, more enhancements to the Intelligent Cloud Insights, and then top features requested by customers and the overall Dynamics community. Beyond 2019, we go into 2020 plus. We do not yet know the name of the next version, if it's going to be Dynamics GP 2020 or what that will be, but they're going to continue with the development of Dynamics GP, more innovation with Intelligent Cloud Insight enhancements, and then again, top features requested by customers and the user community. So next, let's move into some of the announcements. These pieces that I'm going to cover on the next few slides are direct information through Q&A between Microsoft and partners regarding what's coming with Dynamics GP. So as I mentioned earlier, current release in market is GP 2018 R2 that was released last October. That particular version will continue to have mainstream support until January 10th of 2023. And then we'll have extended life support until January 11th, 2028. The main difference between mainstream and extended life support is if something is in mainstream support, it will be actively supported. They'll still issue service packs to fix bugs and so forth. As something moves to extended life, they're not going to issue service packs for it. What they're going to ask you to do is upgrade to a current version in which those issues have been resolved. The last point on this slide is that Microsoft will continue to release new versions of Microsoft Dynamics GP. So what are some of the options for Dynamics GP customers? One is you can renew your annual enhancement / maintenance plan that you do once per year and stay on your current version of GP. Another alternative is to upgrade to Dynamics GP 2018 R2, which is the most current release, to ensure that you're on the latest and greatest version and have all of the new functionality available to you to use. Another option is to upgrade to 2018 R2 and then try this thing called Intelligent Cloud Insights, which we'll talk about here in a short while. Other options, we've had customers choose to move off of Dynamics GP and migrate to the new cloud offering from Microsoft, which is Dynamics 365 Business Central for the cloud. We also have other alternatives for our customers where you can migrate to NetSuite as another 100% cloud-based ERP platform. And then there's always the choice to evaluate other ERP options as well. So what is the right solution for you and for your business? So the items that we talked about here are migrate to 365 Business Central in the cloud, and we'll get into some details on that. Cloud Sync, which is the intelligent insights, which allows you to integrate your Dynamics GP on-premise application with 365 Business Central in the cloud, or simply stay on-premise where you are at and renew your enhancement maintenance plan. That word BREP you see there is Microsoft's fancy word for Business Ready Enhancement Plan. So stay on-premise. Here are some of the benefits that you get by doing that. You have access to upgrades and updates. So by being current on your enhancement, it gives you license rights to upgrade and install updates for the application. It gives you access to the self-help database from Microsoft Dynamics called Customer Source. And within Customer Source, you have access to online training, certifications that you can get the latest info on Dynamics products and services. You have access to user and customer forums, technical support. There's an online knowledge base and news groups that you have access to. And in order to add to your solution, like buying new modules, adding additional user licenses and so forth, you do have to be current on your enhancement in order to add those things. Microsoft also offers what they call protected list price, so that your investment that you've made in Dynamics when you initially purchased is locked in, so you're protected from price increases. And it also provides for transition investment credit. So Microsoft, from time to time, they offer free transitions to major new releases or deployment models. You have access to that. And then it also avoids any late fees. Microsoft is not real flexible. Once you expire on your maintenance, they do charge late fees, and you can lose your protected list price. So these are the list of things that are really important with your investment in Dynamics GP for an on-premise environment and keeping current on your enhancement plan. Cloud Sync, this is the solution that once you are on GP 2018 R2, which is the current release, this will allow you to gain some cloud benefits by syncing your GP 2018 R2 data to a Dynamics 365 Business Central instance in the cloud. And this will allow you, some of the benefits you'll gain are to get cash flow forecast using Cloud Insights, out of the box key performance indicators such as cash available, sales profitability, net income, inventory value, and insights to action, which can highlight overdue invoices both from a customer and vendor perspective, and then be assured that managed access to your data is secure. And we'll have another slide on this Intelligent Cloud Insights where we'll talk a little bit more about that here shortly. The other alternative is taking a step and moving to a cloud-based application. So in this case, with Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, what this does, it gets you access to Microsoft's full stack of cloud services. It will provide you with seamless integration with Microsoft Office, Outlook, and Power BI, and also provide you with an end-to-end view of your business using real-time data and the business analytics and actionable insights that are built into the application. It also allows you to create workflows leveraging the Microsoft Flow technology. It can be customized and extended, and you can build additional apps using the Microsoft Power Apps, and it also provides seamless integration with the Microsoft CRM platform, which is now branded Dynamics 365 for Sales. Saving time and money is big. Being a cloud solution, one of the big differences between that and an on-premise solution is you have no future software upgrades to invest in. Better management of the infrastructure with Dynamics 365 Business Central. It includes the pricing for Microsoft Azure. And this also allows you to grow your business on the Azure platform. It's very flexible and scalable, unmatched in security and governance, includes backup and recovery, and a trusted service level agreement of 99.9% uptime with Microsoft. With Azure, one additional note, Azure allows you to move your on-premise Dynamics GP application up to the cloud. Now, this is for customers that are looking to stay on Dynamics GP, but they don't want to manage it on their own in-house server anymore. So there's an alternative where we can move your installation of Dynamics GP up into the Microsoft Azure cloud. Dynamics GP code and the application are all still exactly the same as you use today. We're simply just moving it off of your server up into an Azure server in the cloud. You still need to perform upgrades to go from one version to another. So some additional questions that came up on the Q&A document. The first one is, are customers required to migrate to Business Central? Customers are not required to migrate to Dynamics 365 Business Central. However, Microsoft is stating to stay current and get the latest functionality, Microsoft suggests they transition to Dynamics 365 Business Central. To read into the statement a little bit further, Microsoft invests a lot of money into R&D into their products for future development. And I think what we're seeing here is that more money is going to be going into the cloud-based solutions than the on-premise solutions as the cloud continues to advance. But you are perfectly fine to stay with Dynamics GP. As we covered earlier, new releases of Dynamics GP will continue to come out. Second question, is there discounted pricing available for GP customers to migrate? Yes. For customers wanting to move to Dynamics 365 Business Central, Microsoft is offering a 40% discount on the subscription through June 30th of 2021. We'll cover the details on the pricing a little bit further into today's presentation. Another question, do customers have to pay for cloud hosting on Dynamics 365 Business Central? For Dynamics 365 Business Central, in the cloud, everything is included in the one fee, which includes software, it includes cloud hosting, it includes management services, and it includes upgrades, all bundled in for the one fee per user per month that we'll cover here in a little bit. Another question, how often is Dynamics 365 Business Central upgraded? Microsoft releases new updates of Dynamics 365 Business Central every April and October. So we just had the latest one here last month. The cloud platform will be updated automatically by Microsoft. OTT, as your partner, we will assist in the timing and the planning of the upgrade to be sure that it meets your business cycle and the time of day for upgrade. And then if we have any customizations or enhancements, just making sure that all those upgrade smoothly with it as well. Is the cloud secure? This is one of the most frequently asked questions that we get. Microsoft invests over $1 billion per year to ensure unmatched security and governance for the cloud. They employ specifically over 3,500 security experts to protect your information. So they're focused on security, privacy and control of that data, making sure they're in compliance with all regulations, and they're transparent about where your data is and how it is managed. Where is my data going to be stored if I move to the cloud? So your data is stored in one of Microsoft's several data centers in the same country in which you are located or your business is located. GDPR compliant, so Business Central is GDPR compliant, which stands for General Data Protection Regulation. It is a set of standards to ensure the security of your data in the cloud. Service level agreements, all cloud companies seem to have these. Microsoft is stating that they have an uptime of 99.9% in their public cloud platform. Dynamics 365 Business Central, a question was posed, is it available as an on-premise solution? Originally, when Microsoft came out with Business Central, they had stated that it was only going to be available in the cloud. Late last year, they came out with an announcement that Dynamics 365 Business Central will also be available in an on-premise version. So with that on-premise version, you would still need to put that on a server of your own in-house or up in the Azure cloud. It requires upgrades to get new versions, just like Dynamics GP does today, because it is an on-premise based solution. The releases are cumulative, and they come out once per year versus the cloud version where they're coming out with the new releases every April and every October. Can you customize Dynamics 365 Business Central? The answer to that question is yes. It can be customized with the new extensions model from Microsoft. It does not change the standard code. The event-based model of development needs to be used. In addition to that, there's a whole community out on App Source. So much like with your smartphone, whether it be Apple, Google, Android, you can go out to the App Store for your phone and download apps onto your phone. The Dynamics 365 Business Central community has many apps or extensions that are available. Some are free of charge, some are for purchase, and they're plug and play directly into your Dynamics 365 Business Central solution. Can a customer buy Dynamics 365 Business Central direct from Microsoft? The answer is no. Business Central is only available through cloud solution providers, CSPs for short. There are two different types of cloud solution providers. There's the Tier 1, which is a direct-to-customer model from the cloud solution provider directly to the end customer. OTT was one of the original CSPs authorized and certified by Microsoft as a Tier 1 CSP. What that means is that we can procure your solution, whether it's Dynamics 365 Business Central, Dynamics 365 for Sales, which is their cloud CRM, Office 365, Azure, or whatever it may be. We can provision that directly through the portal, make it available to you right away, manage your subscriptions, provide the service and support that goes along with that, all from a single source. That is in contrast to a Tier 2 CSP, in which those CSPs need to acquire the license and the provisioning from a third-party distributor that then goes through the partner and finally to the customer. So having a relationship with a Tier 1 CSP provides you much greater value than through a Tier 2 CSP. So here's just a graphic of the CSP program. As you can see in the graphic on the right around the circle, the different solutions that are available through the CSP, and they can, again, be directly managed by a Tier 1 CSP to provide you as a customer all the solutions and services that you need around that. Okay, Intelligent Cloud Insights, I mentioned we would dive into a little bit more in depth with that. This is a path to get some experience with the Dynamics 365 Business Central Cloud. In this environment, you would keep your on-premise deployment of Dynamics GP 2018 R2, but then integrate it through Intelligent Cloud Insights to an instance of Dynamics 365 Business Central. So Microsoft continues to invest heavily in the Intelligent Cloud, both in the current version and what they're stating on their roadmap for future versions. The Intelligent Cloud will bring business intelligence, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and numerous other cloud productivity and analytical tools to the marketplace. Today's on-premise customers have not been able to easily leverage these tools. So what Intelligent Cloud Insights will do for you is it will allow you to connect your on-premise Dynamics GP data to the Intelligent Cloud to Dynamics 365 Business Central. This will give you access to the tool set available in 365 Business Central, which includes Power BI, Microsoft Flow, which is their workflow solution, Power Apps so that you can develop additional tools and customizations. Machine learning is part of Azure, where it actually monitors how your machines are running, capacity, speed, performance, and actually has some artificial intelligence that can automatically adjust without human intervention. And it requires a subscription of at least one Dynamics 365 Business Central user in the cloud. You need that environment available in order for Intelligent Cloud Insights to work with your solution. It will seamlessly connect your Dynamics GP to Dynamics 365 Business Central in the cloud. Your on-premise data in GP will securely be replicated to the Intelligent Cloud, and you have a choice which companies you want to replicate. So if you are in a multi-company environment in Dynamics GP, you do not have to replicate all of your companies. Maybe you want to just start with one of your companies and replicate that to the cloud and start to experience what some of the cloud has to offer for you. So again, here's just a graphic. On the left, we have your on-premise 2018 R2 version of Dynamics GP. That is the version that is required to work with Intelligent Cloud Insights, and it will integrate directly to the Dynamics 365 Business Central Cloud, and then will give you access to the analytics, the artificial intelligence, Microsoft Flow, Power BI, Power Apps, etc. So that ends the Q&A portion of the Microsoft questions and a preview of Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. So one of the big questions that we get is, why should we move to the cloud? So why consider the cloud? Why are companies moving to the cloud today? What are some of the benefits of moving to the cloud? So here we have a survey that was done by PricewaterhouseCoopers of 86 or of CEOs of leading organizations in the United States, and 86% of the CEOs consider digital their -- priority. On the left, they talk about digital services are transforming how you engage with customers. Every employee in your organization can be and should be more empowered, where they have access to the information that help them do their job at a highest level. The Internet of Things is kind of a buzzword that cannot be ignored, but what that basically is connecting devices out in the field. For example, if you have a piece of equipment, that can be connected to your system and provide you feedback on how that piece of equipment is operating, if it's malfunctioning, whatever it may be. That's an example of how the Internet of Things get connected. Customer experience will soon eclipse product and price as key differentiators, and customer engagement is an ongoing commitment. So some of the statistics here is today, there's 2 billion active social media accounts, 3 billion active internet users, 2.4 billion smart devices by 2018, so this is dated by a few months here, 80 billion connected Internet of Things devices by 2025 from the 11 billion that exist today. So an 8-fold increase on that Internet of Things, where I gave you the example of a piece of equipment in the field, how it's integrated and tied back to your cloud-based solutions. They're projecting that within 10 years, we will see the number of devices connected to the internet jump to 152,000 per minute versus the 4,800 today. So this brings us to more in-depth look at Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. As you can see in the graphic here in the middle of the screen, Business Central contains a full suite of applications. You have your core financial management to manage your GL, AR, AP, fixed assets, things like that. It has project management capabilities. So if you're a project-based business, there's project accounting, project time and expense available. Operations management, so if you're into manufacturing and running warehouses, we have functionality for that. Sales and service management, supply chain management, and then a suite of reporting and analytical tools. And then at the bottom of the screen, all of this integrates with the tools available in the cloud that we've mentioned: Power BI, Microsoft Flow, and Power Apps. So Dynamics 365 Business Central is new to the cloud, but the core of it is not new. Business Central is built on NAV or Navision. So Dynamics NAV used to be Navision. It's built on that code base, which served over 140,000 customers across the world. So if we look at the timeline here, the first release of Business Central, it was actually called Dynamics 365 for Financials Business Edition. It had limited functionality. It was good for people that had needs around core financials, but it was not strong in distribution or manufacturing. As we moved down the timeline, Microsoft then came out with Dynamics 365 for Finance and Operations Business Edition. And Finance and Operations is another cloud offering for much larger organizations. And that solution is built upon the Microsoft Dynamics AX or Exapta solution. And then last spring, Microsoft came out with Dynamics 365 Business Central, which provided the functionality that existed in the Dynamics NAV 2018 on-premise solution. So now as we move into the fall of 2018, then that was fully released to the cloud version of Business Central to give us the Dynamics 365 Business Central that we know today. So the important takeaway from this is it is not a brand new application. The code is from a very well-established product, Microsoft Dynamics NAV. that has now been engineered to operate in the cloud through Dynamics 365 Business Central. So the roadmap that we're looking at, as I mentioned, it came out in fall of 2018. As we move through 2019 and beyond, they are going to continue to develop a lot of new features and functionality into this solution as they move forward. So a bit about the Dynamics journey. Microsoft Dynamics, 31 years in market, over 220,000 customers, 3.3 million users on the different systems, sold in 196 countries across the world, and served by 4,500 partners across the world. So you can see Microsoft Dynamics has a pretty significant footprint in the ERP application space. So let's look at the Dynamics 365 Business Central offerings. On the left, as we mentioned, it is available as an on-premise solution. There are two versions of Business Central. Whether you are on-premise or in the cloud, one version is called Essentials. Essentials has all of the functionality with the exception of field service and manufacturing. So if you are not a field service organization or a manufacturing organization, Essentials will be the right product for you. If you need field service or manufacturing, then you will move to the premium edition of Dynamics 365 Business Central. So on-premise, Essentials is available for $2,000 per user, and it's named user, so it's not a concurrent user-based system like Dynamics GP is. And then the premium pricing is $2,800 per user. Those are full functional users. You simply just manage the security as far as what they have access to. Team members, another user type. If you're on-premise, you can purchase team member users for $400 per named user. Those users are typically used to do inquiries, view dashboards, and then they can enter time and expense against jobs and time against requisitions. So very limited data entry, but good inquiry and viewing capability. And then the on-premise solution comes with a 16% annual enhancement or maintenance plan. Another option is if someone wants the on-premise version, but they do not want to purchase it and they do not want it on their own server, then it is available to subscribe to, but you do need to also have a Microsoft Azure instance to install this on. And then the subscription pricing is set at $45 for Essentials, $65 for Premium, and those team member users are $8. Again, it's a named user system. And then the most popular way to do this is move directly to the 365 Business Central Cloud. These are standard prices. These are not the discounted prices for existing Dynamics GP customers. We'll cover that here in a second. But Essentials is $70 per named user per month, Premium $100 per named user per month, and that team member, light data entry inquiry type user is $8 per user per month. Again, this is only available through cloud solution providers. It's on a named user basis, and you can choose to be billed for the subscription on an annual basis or a monthly basis. We also have free trials available that we can help you evaluate Dynamics 365 Business Central and if it's the right fit for your business. So here is the promotional pricing. So the promotional pricing is available for all Dynamics customers. So you can see on the left whether you're Dynamics AX, GP, NAV, SL, whatever the solution you're on, it gives you the opportunity to migrate at a discounted price. So if you want to move to Dynamics 365 Business Central in the cloud, if you're the premium type company with manufacturing or field service, it's $100 per user per month, but you do receive a 40% discount, so your price is $60 per user per month, and that price goes through June 30th of 2021. Essential version, again, not field service, not manufacturing. List price $70 per user per month. You can get into that for $42 per user per month. And then those team member inquiry type users are $4.80 per named user per month. The option for the intelligent cloud insights, this would be, you need to be on GP 2018 R2 on-premise. You need to be current on your enhancement or maintenance plan. And then you are eligible to set up a 365 Business Central environment in the cloud with a minimum of 1 user. And your price point for that is $20 per user per month. And you can choose either premium or essential version. And then those team member users are just $1 per user per month. Again, only available through cloud solution providers, and you need to be on GP 2018 R2, and you also need to be current on your enhancement plan. So transitioning away from Microsoft, OTT, we as a company looked forward to the cloud, could see the cloud coming, could see the movement to the cloud, so we started evaluating additional solutions to add to our offerings to our customers. So we're not just Microsoft that we have to offer. We evaluated numerous cloud-based ERP, CRM platforms, looking to add a new solution to our offering for our customers. After a thorough evaluation, NetSuite rose to the top of the additional products that we were evaluating. NetSuite is the #1 based cloud ERP in the world. It has deep functionality, scalability, and serves many different industries. So let's take a little bit of a look at NetSuite here. As I mentioned, it's the world's #1 cloud ERP. It is now owned by Oracle. NetSuite was started by an individual that left Oracle to start the NetSuite cloud app. They became the first cloud company. They have over 5,500 employees globally. Over 40,000 organizations are using their solution today. In 2016, when they were acquired, they had over $1 billion in recurring revenue, offices in 13 different countries. And as you can see, they were acquired in November of 2016 by Oracle for $9.3 billion. They now operate as a global business unit of Oracle. So what is NetSuite? So you can see their philosophy here. They're built for the cloud, and they're built to run a business in the cloud. And then from there, they have different platforms that you can choose from to fit your business. So within the whole suite of applications, it's easy to customize. It has a built-in platform. It's multi-tenant. It's built on the Oracle stack of technologies and runs on the unified data model, and everyone is running on the same release of the solution. And then we can get into specific needs. So for ERP, commerce, service resource planning, you have a suite of tools that are available here where you can get into omni-channel e-commerce, enterprise resource planning, financials, service resource planning, supply chain management, customer relationship management, and finally human capital management. If we look at their OneWorld product, OneWorld provides multiple books of business, so multiple companies, multi-language, multi-currency, and then multi-country tax compliance. And then they have industry-specific solutions as well. So if you're in the software industry, services industry, advanced material planning, not-for-profit, manufacturing, wholesale distribution, retail, whatever that specific industry that you may be in, they have specific suites that provide additional functionality for that specific industry. So it has all the functionality required to run the business. So you can see in the graphic on the left, much like with Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, there's a whole suite of applications within the single solution. Again, fits multiple industries, software, services, advertising, not-for-profit, etc. media and publishing. It has built-in key performance indicators and dashboards. It's a role-based solution, so whether you're a CEO, CFO, controller, accounts payable clerk, there's a role for you in the organization, and it provides different information and dashboards based on your role. Workflows built in, custom forms, integrations, and much like Microsoft Business Central has AppSource, NetSuite has Suite apps to get access to plug-and-play solutions to add additional functionality that you may need. NetSuite has spent thousands of hours to pre-configure the solutions, so that's where you're getting those industry-specific solutions. So their not-for-profit piece will look different than their manufacturing piece based on business model. And it's all based on leading practices in ERP. So we mentioned NetSuite's very scalable. So here they talk about the NetSuite stairway. Maybe you start out with just your core things of financials, inventory, order management, some CRM that you need, and then you can expand into, B2B or B2C commerce, work orders and assemblies if you're in manufacturing, move into supply chain with advanced barcoding, get further enhanced with a warehouse management or field service solution, and then finally all the business intelligence and marketing automation that will help you manage price and margins. So very scalable solution that you don't have to do all at once, but is available as your business continues to grow and your needs continue to change. So continual optimization. So NetSuite continually invests in their products with new innovation, new partners, new leading practices and KPIs. Here's a screen of just some of the different companies that are running their business on NetSuite. So I'll just give you a moment. You can browse at that based on what sector you're in. A lot of recognizable names here that are running their business on the NetSuite ERP application in the cloud. So the solution is flexible, it's powerful, and it's very complete. So if we look at the operational level, it talks about scalability, security, and compliance. You always have a dashboard that's very transparent that shows you your system status and opportunities. Their uptime is listed as 99.5%, and there's no version locks. Again, upgrades are scheduled with the timing of your business needs. Development deployment, there's a whole Suite Connect component where you can integrate the NetSuite application with other solutions that you may have. It allows us to do customization. It has built-in analytics and customization capability and workflow, and it also works with other bundles within their cloud application. So much like the offering of 365 Business Central, there's all these different components that you are able to leverage. It's available on any type of device, so whether it's a tablet, a watch, a smartphone, whether it's Android or iOS, it's browser independent, can run on any browser that you may use, and the reporting and the access and the collaboration tools are very strong within the suite as well. So the right tools for every different type of user. So the user can set their own user interface, the own experience that they want to have with NetSuite. So here you can see a desktop, a tablet, and a smartphone. For the business analyst, they want possibly a different view where they can configure business rules, integrate other apps, build screens, tables, fields as part of their role as a business analyst in your organization. For those that like to do development, there's a full development capability to do customizations within the application. And then the administrator, they manage the deployment of NetSuite, manage customization, manage roles and security of the users. So as you can see here, there's a different user interface for every type of role within your organization. The last thing, CIO here, they manage governance, risk and compliance, transparency of data, how's the system running, what are the actual metrics of our data and performance. Those all can be managed through the CIO role view. And then the partner. Partners are available to do development for you as well and create additional apps and get those rolled in from the marketplace into your production environment within the NetSuite cloud. Customization, as they say here, customization isn't a dirty word. They provide automatic upgrades of customization. And as mentioned earlier, 100% of their customers are running on the same release of NetSuite. Much like Microsoft does with 2 major releases per year, NetSuite does the same, 2 major upgrades per year. And as I said, the customizations carry forward with your upgrade. These are development networks, so there's over 300 partners that do development in NetSuite, and there are 300 plus suite apps that are available to integrate into the NetSuite cloud. And then they have this whole intelligence platform. So the unified data, what that basically means at the bottom there is you're getting all of these solutions in one, what I like to call silo. So within the NetSuite silo, you have marketing capability, CRM capability, projects, e-commerce, finances, distribution, professional services, time and expense. All those are in the single solution. You're not having to add in a different solution to gain that type of functionality. Data analysis, you can schedule your reports, save your searches on data that you like to view, real-time consolidations, the access to the whole business intelligence gateway. Role security, I really touched on this before, but you can see just some examples of different roles. Every one of those roles has a different view and how they can interact with NetSuite, where it provides them with the information that they need on a regular basis to manage the business proactively. And then for your business, again, all the different vertical industries that NetSuite is a fit for, whether it's retail, not-for-profit, financial services, publishing, advertising, manufacturing, distribution, provides a solution for you. And then the built-in intelligence, many predefined graphical charts, key performance indicators, reminders, gauges, dashboards, all these things are available for you directly out of the box, and it also has integration to Microsoft Office. So here's an example of out of the box. This will just give you an example of the different charts and KPIs that come. This is from the home page. So when a user logs in, based on how the user is, what role they are, and how they've defined their user interface experience, this is just a sample of everything that they have available to them. 24/7, no matter if they're logged in the office, at home, on the beach, wherever it may be, in an airplane, all this information becomes available to you. Financials, we already talked about all the core stuff, but here you can see the list of modules. This will show you what a complete solution NetSuite is. And again, there's different releases of NetSuite, if you will, as far as like Dynamics Business Central has Essentials and Premium. Here you can get different based if you have multiple companies or if you're in a specific industry segment. Moving on to more advanced ERP features around order management, warehouse management, inventory, supply chain management. This again just gives you and shows you the depth of the solution and how rich it is in its features. And then it has CRM is built in, HR, which they call human capital management, is built in, along with project management. And then there's a whole variety of support that's available to you through the Omni-channel here as well. The financials deployed in over 170 countries. It's available in over 20 languages, 100 plus countries for tax calculations and reporting. Different bank payment forms, 90 plus. Different technicalities for, depending on what country you're in, for dependent territories, 200 plus different variants of that, and over 190 currencies that are updated on a daily basis. If you are a multi-company organization, this is where you move into the One World suite. So you'll see that in the upper right-hand corner. This is multinational, multi-region, multi-company that has full consolidation, multi-currency, tax compliance, all built into the organization. So at this point, we'll take questions. So in the lower right-hand corner of the toolbar for GoToWebinar, if you have any questions, I will monitor the questions here in my portal, and we'll give people a few minutes to see if there are any questions. I will repeat the question so everyone can hear it, and then provide an answer to the best of my ability. And then again, my contact information. So if you have questions after today's webinar, you can reach out to me directly. I've got my email there, my office phone, and my cell phone. I'm available most any time, so please feel to reach out with any questions that you have, and I will be able to answer those questions for you. So at this time, it does not appear that we have any questions. So we will wrap up today's presentation. As I mentioned, in a couple days, we will have this available on our website so that you can go back and view any portions. And I do thank you for your investment of time this morning. And hopefully this was a good learning opportunity for you to learn more about what the future of Dynamics GP is. And also, for those of you that are interested in moving to the cloud, what alternatives are available to move to the cloud. So thank you very much for attending, and have a great rest of the day.